Hey guys, I have a 2017 Chevy Malibu up to 2022 or 23s, I believe. If you want to change the center vent console, it's pretty easy. It shouldn't take very long. It's about a 30-minute job, 20-minute. Doesn't take long. You just have to need pretty much one of these guys. I have the new part ordered already, and then you need a 7mm socket to open 7 bolts for the silver part here. But first you start with this part over here on the right side. I'm doing the passenger side, where you open it this way, and you be careful to pop the clips open. You don't break any clips. Then there's a little tiny clip here that's under this, where this part is the exterior part that's under the fabric, as you can see, is overlapped on top of that. So you open it with one of these guys, the clip kind of opener or whatever you call them, these little handy tools, and then you open it a little bit from the bottom with your fingers gently. Then you start where I found to open the fabric part to get to the silver piece. Easiest part I found was under from here in the middle. I popped it a little bit open, it came apart easily, and then I put one hand on the top, one on the bottom, and then as I went to the right side, I popped it straight forward to not break any clips. And be careful, there's about a bunch of clip, I believe 4 or 5 at least. So as you can see, you don't want to break those guys and wreck your fabric piece. Then there's about 7 bolts, as I mentioned, and they are 7mm screws, sorry, not bolts. And then you open them, they're very easy. Then there's 2 clips in this silver part. Pop it open. You pretty much put one hand on this side, one on this side to not break the piece. Pull it forward as well. I'll show you guys in a bit how to get to that part. But once that silver part is out, you have one more bolt that's under here. I'll show you guys when we get to it, and then you're pretty much almost there. So as you can see, I pulled it. There's 2 clips that come out. Be careful so you don't break it. Then set this aside just like the other piece, so you don't lose it or break it or step on it. Then now, as you can see, just be careful with these pieces, you don't break them or bend them too much, just so they're out of your way. This bolt is already open. See, this one is completely broken, both brackets. So yours, I don't know if it'll look like this. Then I'm gonna open that part. Yeah, see, even this, I could just take it out without even the bolt. Yeah, as you can see. But to put the new one in, as you can see, when you open that bolt out, you slide this in, put both bolt in the bottom, well, just the top actually. Then when you put the silver piece, that bottom one goes in there, and all that goes together. Then it works out. We'll get to it as I put it together. And when you slide it in, just push it a little bit from the right side as I'm putting it in, and be very gentle so you don't break the clips. Don't force it in, because you gotta go through that hole here and then this one before you can just put the screws right again. And then you just put the top one first, don't put the bottom one. The silver piece goes on top first. So I slid mine in, it's nice and in. Just double check it's not loose. There you go, it's pretty much flush to the back. Same here. Then we'll put this bolt screw in, tighten that up. Screw is in, just hand tight. Don't need to go too tight. It's just plastic. As long as it's sitting nice, you're good. So as you can see, this piece is still loose. You just kind of slide it in from here first. Again, careful with this piece since it's a bit opened up. Don't break it. Slide it in from here very carefully and gentle, and now you just push it in. As you can see, just clips in. Go through these holes as well, same as this. And then now that screw goes here for that bottom one that I showed you guys. So the other one is tightened, that's under here. Now these guys all go in, that other 7 screws, as you can see. And then there's 2 in the bottom. They're very tricky to find. One over there, as you can see, and one right over there in that corner. It's a bit hidden spot, but you'll need a flashlight to see. You be very careful with these two bottom ones. You cannot open this piece without opening those two screws. So be very careful. And with that, I had to use this guy, the smaller one, where these other two, to be more comfortable, I used the extension piece. But they're all 7mm screws. 8 in total for 7 and then 1 underneath. And then so now that my piece is in, I'll put all the screws back. Now that all my screws are on, nice and handily tight, we'll put back all the fabric piece first, clip it all back in place, the fabric piece first, and then you put this guy and then that last piece over at the side here, which is this guy. Then once you're all in, as you can see, it's nice and flushed. Clip everything back in. This looks nice and fixed. You just gotta careful, put the inner from this piece in first, right? Because there's a wall edging where you have to go in from here. Then if you're in all the way through this rubber piece, the weather strip, then it should just kind of go in, and then you should just be able to clip it in super easily, as you can see. And that's it. You're all done.